If you asked your friends if they could cook, what would they say? Mac and cheese, ramen noodles, pancakes, maybe not even that. In a time when more people are going through the drive-thru than they are spending at the dinner table, it is nice to look back and realize that the art of cooking is still appreciated. It is because of people like Julia Child that the art of cooking is still alive today. This is why I think Julia Child is an inspiration. Julia Child is an inspiration for 3 reasons. 1, Julia Child gives hope to the middle-aged. 2, Julia Child was comfortable in her own skin. And 3, Julia Child brought French cuisine to America. I will tell you about my first point about how Julia Child gives hope to the middle-aged. Julia Child gives hope to the middle-aged because she did not learn how to cook while growing up. In fact, her mother was a terrible cook and only knew a handful of dishes. It was not until she was 36 that Julia Child learned how to cook. When she was 36, she married her husband and realized that she needed to learn that necessary skill. When her and her husband moved to Paris, she enrolled herself in Cordon Bleu School of Culinary, and it was there that she learned her French techniques. According to the Canadian Journal of Dietetic Research, during her schooling, she adapted methods of creating recipes of her own so that she could learn to teach others in her own cooking classes. She started her own cooking classes in 1952. It was not until she was 40 that she found her second career. So it is never too late to learn new passions. For example, my dad turned 50 in July and he bought himself a new camera in the fall. He enrolled in photography classes and now he has a newfound hobby. I have told you how Julia Child has given hope to the middle-aged, and now I will tell you how Julia Child was comfortable in her own skin. Julia Child was comfortable in her own skin. It was when she was 50 that her first television cooking show began, and it was aired live. There was no script, so any goofy mistakes that she made, she had no control over. According to the New York Times, she encouraged home cooks that mastering complicated dishes was within their reach and highlighted that mistakes are part of their experience. It's also important to note that Julia Child was no petite woman. She was plump, she was taller than her husband, and she was not afraid to show her personality. She encourages everyone in her own way to show how confident they are and to be yourself. I've told you how Julia Child was comfortable in her own skin and how she encourages us to do the same, and now I'll tell you about my third point. Julia Child brought French cuisine to America. She knew how to make complicated dishes look as easy as making toast, and she was world-renowned by many chefs and has received many high compliments because of it. Craig Claiborne boasts that her volume of Mastering the Art of Cooking may be the first volume of French cooking ever published in English. You have to admit, the girl had guts. In a time when most people were not comfortable bringing different cultures to America, she brought the idea of French cuisine and took a risk by doing so. I've told you how Julia Child brought French cuisine to America, and now I will reiterate my 3 points of how Julia Child was an inspiration. Julia Child was an inspiration because 1, she brought hope to the middle-aged, 2, she was comfortable in her own skin, and 3, she brought French cuisine to America.